Hi, John Adams Middle School parents. My name is Daylene Gonzalez-Davila. I am a school psychology intern for this school year at John Adams Middle School, and I will be continuing the parent workshop series. And this is the third workshop presentation, and this workshop will be focusing on helping develop self-advocacy. So let's get started on helping develop self-advocacy, specifically in middle school students. So what we'll be touching upon this presentation is what is self-advocacy and why is it important? Learn how to self-advocate. So tips on how to help your students self-advocate for themselves, how to teach self-advocacy skills, and then a few resources to be able to continue the conversation. So first of all, what is self-advocacy and why is it important? So self-advocacy is learning how to speak up for yourself, making your own decisions about your own life, learning how to get information to what you can understand so that you can understand things of interest to you, knowing your rights and responsibilities, and reaching out to others when you need help. It's really about learning about self-determination as well. And self-advocacy overall is really making sure that you are making your needs and wants heard. So what is self-determination? The process of taking control and making decisions that affect one's life. It allows people to feel that they have control over their choices and lives, and it also has an impact on motivation. Did you know the integration of self-determination skills? So those are things such as self-regulation, decision-making, and action planning, has shown to help students evaluate and set personal goals, become more autonomous, self-determined learners, and increase a sense of control over their learning. Research even suggests that having high self-determination can foster success in many different domains of life, including education. So learning to self-advocate is so important, not even for later on in life, but specifically during the school years. So how are self-determination and self-advocacy related? Self-determination provides students with the skills and abilities to self-advocate. This includes making choices, solving problems, setting and attaining goals, self-advocating, and performing independently. Why is self-advocacy important? Self-advocacy helps students learn about their strengths, weaknesses, and the need for accommodations. That means the need to gain those strategies to overcome the weaknesses and develop them into strengths. It helps develop resiliency and builds confidence. This means that it helps them overcome those difficult times in their life and making sure that they build the confidence to ask for help if needed. It helps students develop and improve communication skills. Again, being able to tell others what they need help in, what they want. It teaches students the skills so that they can acquire any needed higher education or workplace accommodations. It enables students to get the needed modifications and accommodations so they can show their true abilities and reach their academic potential. After all, each individual knows best what they need to succeed. So learn how to self-advocate. Here are some tips to help build those self-advocacy skills. So it is important, an important step to learning self-advocacy is to become more aware of your strengths and challenges. Some things you can ask yourself is, what am I good at? Where do I struggle? And what do I like and not like? You will also need to learn about different tools and support that can help and how to ask for them. Self-advocacy also requires the ability to communicate your values, needs, and your human rights. Ask yourself these questions. What are my values? What matters to me most and why? If you understand your values and what matters the most to you, you are more likely to speak up about those issues. What are my particular needs? What do I need to accomplish my task or fulfill my responsibilities? What do I need to feel respected and to maintain my emotional, physical, and financial well-being? And if any of these questions are difficult for you to answer, it may also be important to self-advocate for help about these issues. So how to teach self-advocacy to teens? Things that can help are the following. Have ongoing conversations about their strengths and challenges. When children run into a challenge, ask what they think would help. Remind children that asking for help is a good thing and practice doing it. It is also a good idea for you to model that. If you have a challenge, if you need help with something, or if you make a mistake, just admit it openly and know that challenges, mistakes are an occurrence of everyday life. And it's just the way that you fix those mistakes or the way that you ask for help that matters. Give children a say in decisions and chance to solve problems before stepping in. And then praise children when they do speak up. Some more tips and strategies to help build self-advocacy in middle schoolers. Talk about the challenges of middle school. Remind your child that the teachers are there to help. Remind your child that teachers need to know them in order to know how to help them. Students can make a 3x3 card to share with their teachers and let them know their strengths, challenges, and strategies. It is also important to let their children know that you are on their team. Let your child know you are still going to speak up for them and help them when necessary. Let your child know you are still learning how to be an effective advocate for them. Help children learn their strengths. Students can join sports, team, or other extracurricular activities with other students who have the same interests. Helping children identify their strengths and interests can help them feel more confident about self-advocating. Talk about learning and thinking differences. Children who learn and think differently know some things are more challenging for them and that it has an effect on how they learn and at home. Start by saying that everyone is different in some way. More things you can say is, you think differently, your challenges don't define you, everyone has strengths and challenges, and I know you're trying hard. Being aware of these challenges and differences will also make them aware of what helps them succeed. Here are some more resources that parents can access to learn more about self-advocacy skills and how to help their child. So harnessing your strengths. So 3 steps to identifying your strengths as a parent as well. Again, being a role model for your child is very important. Identifying your values. 3 steps to identify your values as a parent. The more that we know our values, the more likely we are to speak up about them. Exploring self-advocacy. Family module on helping your child explore self-advocacy. The 3x3 card, a tool to help teachers get to know their child or get to know their student. Strengths assessment. This free website helps to discover your child's strengths. And finally, recognizing strengths. 5 steps to recognize the strengths in each child. So if you click on each of the titles, you are directed to the link specifically that discusses. These are the references used throughout the presentation. And I want to give a big thank you to Stephanie Corrales. She's a school psychology field worker at Will Green and John Adams Middle School. And she contributed to making this PowerPoint about self-advocacy skills. Thank you much for listening.